Hi, Abraxis. Abraxis, I found a movie worse than your movie.
This isn't that Kristen Stewart one, is it?
It is worse than Underwater.
Okay.
Underwater is my favorite bad movie. Like we've talked about this, right?
Hmm.
And
I'm gonna watch it
Abraxas
with you someday.
and Abraxas is obviously your favorite worst movie.
I mean, it's up there.
Okay. I love Underwater. I also love The Core. If you've ever seen The Core,
I don't think I've seen that one.
one sec.
Who's in that?
Whoa, 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 whoa. The Core?
The Core?
That movie. That is a bad movie, Falcon? What?
It's the premise of
Ugh,
this movie is fucking terrible. Can we agree on that?
I will give you that.
That's all I want. That's it. That's it right there. That's all I want. The premise of this movie
Whoa,
is terrible.
whoa.
The movie itself is actually really good, but the premise of
Yeah.
the movie is goddamn terrible.
The only way to save Earth from catastrophe is to drill down to the core and set it spinning again.
You're already fucking on the edge of your seat, aren't you? Like I can hear the popcorn in the background. It's fine. This is what we're doing today. That's fine. I've got it. Let's do this. So
Dude,
anyway,
I've got this movie. I love this fucking movie.
so I've shown this movie to a couple of people. I was seeing a girl, and her and I watched this together. And you know, I like to talk during movies, and I make fun of them. We watched this together, and there's a scene where the dude is holding another guy's hand, and the guy's like, he's dying, and he goes, Serge. And it's supposed to be one of those like moments where you really connect, like he's losing his best friend, but then he keeps doing it, Serge. And every time he says it, it gets longer. So by the fourth time, it's Serge. And I'm like, okay, that's enough. And then he starts for number 5, and she just fucking starts rolling. And I was like, this is supposed to be your emotional, like, tearjerker moment. And the two of us are just laughing at this guy.
Yeah, yeah. You've basically ruined it, ass.
Dude, come on. The Core.
All right.
It's The
Wait.
Core.
Because like the
Don't.
other dude, the asshat from that movie.
I hate
You
that guy.
remember when you remember when he was in Transformers and he's like, let's all just hide in a big glass house. Sure, no one will look worse than freaking here. And I was like, that scene right there is from The Core, and the scene in The Core had me rolling.
It's dude, the core has got a lot of really good scenes. And honestly, every scene with that black guy, best scene in the movie. That guy
Yeah,
carries. That guy carries. They're like, hey, we're kind of stalling. Can you go get the magical black guy? And he's like, I'm here, I'm here. They're like, oh sweet. Movie just top shelves it, fucking carries. And then the black guy's like, hey, hold on a second, I gotta take a piss. Just you guys keep doing. And then he's like, they're okay, we got pretty good momentum. You can go take a piss. And he steps off screen to go take a piss. And he comes back and he's like, how is it? And they're like, it's stalled and we're all on fire. And how long have you been gone? I'm just like, fuck you guys. Wow. Whew. So anyway,
It's a pretty good cast for such a terrible movie.
yep.
yep. um, so I found
I argue with the whole terrible thing completely.
just based on the premise.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm not arguing. But the rest of that movie, like that whole drama thing that you were going and making yourselves laugh. I mean, that was drama for the 90s back then.
Yeah. No, I get it. But some movies don't hold up 20, 30 years later. But anyway, hold on. So sidestep. So it goes core, great to watch with people and make fun of. Underwater, hands down my favorite worst movie ever. And then I ran into a movie that I've watched. I watched it one time and I deleted it, and I like didn't think about it again until my buddy asked me about it, and he goes, "Hey man, what are you doing for 4th of July? You know, our Independence Day." And I was like, "You know they made a second one, right?" And he goes, "They made a
Oh, the
second
second one's bad.
Have you seen it?"
Yes.
He and I literally watched 5 minutes of it. He stopped it and he goes, holy fucking shit, I don't want this. I was like, yeah, dude, this is so. And he goes, is Will Smith in it? And I was like, no. And he goes, oh, he got out in time. Good for him.
They brought back the same president.
Same,
Oh, Will Smith.
And he even gives the same shitty speech, and it's god awful. Yeah, and it's god awful. Yeah. So.
And Jeff Goldblum just can't change his fucking character to save his life.
So I've gotten into digital lockers for movies, and there was it was probably like on Vudu. They had Independence Day 1 for whatever, like $5 or something, and then they had the 2 Independence Day movies bundled together for like $6. And I was like, no thanks, not worth the extra $1.
Yeah, literally. But you could own it for life for $1. I'll pay you $1 to fucking delete that off your server. Could we?
Right.
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, that's what brought it up too." He was like, I heard that's got Thor in it," and I was like, "Excuse me?" And he goes, "Yeah, doesn't that have one of the Hemsworth?" And I was like, "The wrong one. It's got knockoff Thor. It's got the cheap Thor. It's not good. It's not good. There's nothing good about it. There's not even one good scene in this whole goddamn movie."
Sure, there.
I don't know. The whole
The end
destruction
credits.
of the Earth is pretty good.
Credit smashing here. Thanks, guys. That's what I needed. I really needed that.
Hey, I'm looking for a guy named Bob. You seen any Bobs around here?